Well, it's a trap. It's a trap. What's it like to be trapped? What's it like to be tricked? Have you ever been tricked? Where somebody plays a trick on you, and I don't mean like a trick or treat kind of a trick. I mean like a trick that's like a dirty, rotten trick, like a trick they really mean to trick you and trick you out of something. Have you ever had that happen to you? How do you feel when that happens? Angry. Betrayed. Hurt. Nobody likes to be tricked. What about trapped? You ever been trapped? You ever felt trapped in your life where you got hemmed in by forces that maybe weren't even in your control, and someone has hemmed you in or pushed you in a corner? That's the worst, isn't it? When you feel trapped, like you're not in control. How do you feel then?
Suffocated.
Suffocated. What's someone else? Scared. Frightened.
Angry.
Helpless. Angry. Yeah. Trapped is the worst feeling. It's even worse than tricked, I think. So, we know this is a trap because it says it right in the text. It says, they set out to entrap our Lord. And he names them and their malice. They're trying to trap him. And they're using money to do it, which is funny to me because Jesus really didn't seem to care much about money. Did he? Like, he didn't really ever seem to have any. He didn't talk about it like, oh, let me get my wallet out here and pay. You know, none of that. He didn't, I don't know if he had a job. They talk about being a carpenter, but he just seemed to walk around, didn't seem to care about money. And it's also interesting and funny, I guess, and ironic. I think that might be even the right word here, because they were in the temple when they asked him this, when they trapped him like this, and you're not supposed to have that money in the temple. It was okay to have it in the outer courts, but once you got inside the temple, you were supposed to have that money. And so they're in there, and here's what's the interesting part. I think you kind of missed this in the story, but he's like, well then, I'll tell you what, trying to trap me. He says, show me a coin. Who's got a coin? They reach in their pocket, they bring out a coin. Not supposed to have the coin. See, they're the Pharisees, right? Oh, here's a coin. Then he says, whose face is on that, and what does it say? And they say, well, it says the emperor, and on the emperor, it usually said under the picture, it said, Son of God. So there's like hidden meanings in this text. And he's like, well, give to the emperor what's the emperor's, give to God what is God's. Now this is where, in the point in the sermon on this day, this consecration Sunday, this stewardship day, when any priest with their salt would now turn this into, hey, listen, guess what? There really is no such thing as the emperor's stuff and the God stuff. It's all God's stuff, so give it to God. And I'm telling you, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to trap you. And I'm not going to try to trick you into giving money. Okay? Let's just get that out in the open. I'm not going to try to trip you or trap you. But I am going to tell you 3 things that I believe about money. Okay? 1, you care about your money. I know you do. I know you do, right? But, now this is going to hurt your feelings. Your money doesn't care about you. It does not. You think it does. That's why you protect it. You think, oh my goodness, I've got to take care of it. Oh, it's a little baby money. Oh, I'll guard it. I'll feed it. I'll water it. It will grow and I'll just watch. Your money could care. Your money is sitting there like in a lounger, right, having a cigarette and drink. Like, bring that on, man. Take care of me. I don't care. If I don't like what you're doing, I'll go over and take that other person take care of me. Your money doesn't care about you. I hate to break it to you. It doesn't care a thing about you. And guess what? Neither does Goldman Sachs. Neither does Vanguard Investments. Neither does Amazon.com. Right? No, they don't care about you. What do they care about? Your money. But they don't care about you. You need money. I get it. We all need money. I'm not saying give it all at your... I'm not. I'm saying we need money. But if we aren't careful, if you aren't careful, you will get caught up in expecting your money to do more for you than it could possibly do. And when you do that, your soul dies a little bit. You need money just like you need air, like you need food, like you need sleep. You have to have money to survive, no question. But what kind of life would you have if you slept all the time? Sounds good. But after the second day, you'd be pretty restless, I guarantee you. What kind of life would you have if you just ate all day, all day? What kind of life would you have if you were gasping for air every breath? That's what it's like to be greedy. It's like emphysema for your soul to be greedy. The number one thing I want to tell you about money is your money is agnostic about you. It doesn't know you, and it doesn't frankly care about you. Okay. Second truth. Take it or leave it. It takes money to run a church. There, you heard it, right? It just does. If that makes you mad, I can't help it, right? And here's the other truth. It takes a little more every year. It just does. That's the way it goes. That's the truth. I will happily show you where every penny is spent. There are no secrets in our church. There are no little pots that you can't know about. It's all out in the open. If you want to know, come to the office. Don and I will show you where every cent. Anybody on the vestry will show you where every penny goes. Come to the annual meeting. We'll talk about it. There are no secrets. Don't give to the church to get into heaven. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter how much money you give to the church. You can give it all to the church. Doesn't mean you're going to heaven. Can I tell you the truth? You're going to heaven. Okay? Just believe that. Believe that. Because you're going to heaven. I believe it. I do. And when you get there, tell them Mark sent you. See if you can get me in, okay? Hey, Mark told me it's going to be like this. Awesome. Don't bring your money, right? Don't give to the church to get into heaven. It doesn't work like that. Don't give out of guilt. That's no reason to do anything out of guilt, am I right? Right? Like that's some worst reason to do anything. See, money just messes with our emotions so much. It does that to us. And I'm asking you to let it go like that. I don't mean let it go. I mean let go of the emotion around it. God's world does not operate like a bank or an investment or a casino, right? You hear this all the time. You cannot give God. You give a little bit, you're going to get a check in the mail. Have you heard those stories? Oh, I gave $500 to this person. Next thing in the mail came a weird deals, $1,000, right? You cannot, I'm telling you, run from those people. Because you know what they're after? Your money, absolutely, right? God's world does not operate like a bank or an investment or a casino. God's world runs like a soup kitchen. Give to this church or don't. I honestly am not. It isn't that I don't care. It's just I don't care about all that, right? I want this to be a healthy church. I care about that. But give or don't, right? But don't give out of obligation or guilt. The truth is, it takes money to run a church, and it comes from us. That's just the second truth about money. The third, and I think most important truth about money, is that money itself is a trap. Money itself is a trap. It's a trap because we think it will save us. It will save us from poverty, I'll grant you. It will. It will save us from hunger and starvation and homelessness. I'm all for saving yourselves from those things. Don't get me wrong. But after you get these basic necessities, a place to live and clothes to wear and food on the table, after you pay your electric bill, all that, at some point it just becomes keeping score. Doesn't it? The trap is that there is never going to be enough money to make you happy. I promise you. Do you ever feel that? You ever be like, oh, if I only had this much more, then I'd be happy. And then you get that much more, what do? Just have a little bit more. I promise you, there is never going to be enough money for money to make you happy. Being broke and homeless and hungry will make you unhappy. But throwing money at unhappiness does not solve unhappiness. Please believe me. You want happiness? Fall in love. You want happiness? Fall in love. with a person or an animal. It doesn't make any difference. Right? Fall in love. Love will bring you happiness. Right? Love will make you feel good about yourself and your life. Find a way to love. You want happiness? Fall in love. You want security? Know this. You are already secure in the only relationship that really matters eternally, with God. You already have security. You want contentment and satisfaction in life? Give something to somebody or do something for somebody. I guarantee you this, hear me. Generosity is the only thing that releases you from the make, spend, worry trap that money is. Make, spend, worry. How many of us have been or currently are caught in the make, spend, worry money trap? I'm asking you to consider whether you might release yourself from that by giving something to somebody or doing something for somebody. You don't have to give it here. You really don't, but you got to give it somewhere. That's what I'm telling you today. Happiness comes from love. Security comes from faith. And contentment comes from generosity. Caesar, the emperor, the world, Amazon tells you to make, spend, and worry. But here's the truth. God tells you that you are already beloved. God tells you that you are already safe. God tells you that you are already provided for. God is not tricking you. The church is not tricking you. I am not tricking you. Please make sure that you don't get trapped.